Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I want to talk today about fear and the level of fear mongering on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, any news source. It's all about fear. And fear is keeping our bodies at a state of a constant stressed out level, and it's making people go crazy. Try and live as calmly as you can, as peaceful as you can, with whatever you're being faced with. I'm being faced with being disconnected from my family. And this has been ongoing all my life, and the last people I thought that would ever do that to me were my kids. That's a sad state that we live in nowadays. I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. Met many parents that have been cut off, isolated from their children. They put labels to everything. There's a label for everything. I mean, I'm not going to be punished anymore. My worry level is like totally topped right out. I'm left crying. They know exactly what they're doing to me. And so do my so-called friends and family members that are just not there. They've never been there. I've racked my brain, and since my mom was pregnant with me, I was never wanted. I was told I wasn't wanted. It was adamantly made clear to me that I wasn't wanted. I wish I knew why. Like, even as a baby, like, why that happens. Why it happened. Why was I kept locked up in a little box? I got many questions. I'm working on them. But all I do know is have faith in God. There's no food shortages. It's all a lie. It's all a facade. It's all just to keep us all feared, scared shitless. It's creating the fucking zombies because people are going mentally stir crazy, being isolated in their homes and cut off from family and friends. Unless they get the jab, then they're free to roam and do whatever. And meanwhile, they're the ones that are getting sicker, or all these new variants are showing up, because that's what a virus does. It mutates and it changes and it builds up an immunity to the vaccine that it's received. So now you've taken out what our body's whole molecular structure is made for, right? You're replacing it with chemicals. Well, it shuts down the body's natural defenses, like every cell in our body has a memory, and that memory is there through years of, genetically growing, our immunities growing stronger to the different air qualities, lifestyles. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, so I apologize. But the whole point of the healthcare system is to shut down the body's ability to actually heal itself. And if you're feeling sick, the first thing I would start doing is drink water, even if it's a glass a day, but up to 2 liters per day, and you'll feel amazing. And then what you're putting into your body for your cells to be able to repair themselves and regenerate. If you're feeding yourself fatty foods and just garbage, well, your cells aren't going to be able to fight off anything, let alone a cold, you know. There's so many things that are going through my mind some days. I don't want to overburden anybody, because that's all I got is information coming through, and then, you know, I don't hide it. Once I feel comfortable around you, I'll start sharing, and I won't shut up. I'm trying to stay focused. You know, I have ADHD, and it's extremely hard when you've got so many different thoughts, ideas, information coming through your head all the time. It just never stops unless I'm sleeping. And even when I'm sleeping, I'm having weird, vivid dreams and experiences. And I don't want to live in fear, and I don't want to be fearful. And I don't want to be fearful of the unknown. So I decided that when it's my time to go, that's when I won't even worry about it, because I'll be dead. So I have to take my own advice, believe in myself, believe that I can accomplish my dreams, believe the angels are with me, because they are, 100%. But how do I express to people? That's my problem, because there's so much out there that's keeping people in a low vibe, because that's their mission. The message is meant to be heard. It's going to be heard. It doesn't matter what kind of fancy video you're watching, whether if I'm meant to catch your attention, it'll catch your attention. So that's been my download. I'll always be honest. I'll never lie to you. I don't like liars. I can tell when I'm being lied to, and I can tell when people are off. Off is a good word. Off. Yeah. A lot of weird sexual deviance in the world. A lot of weirdos in the world. A lot of people that like causing harm to another. I don't know. That's not my thing. I am learning, though, wholly giving it back to where it's coming from has been working, because, yeah, it's been working. I'm happy. Deep down, I'm happy. I miss my children. I realize the suffering. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not playing the game. They don't want me. I get it. They hate me. I get that. They blame me. I get that. I get that. But the blame stops when your child's about 11 going on 12, because they're already making up their own minds, their own decisions. So we all have choices, and I don't think children are given enough credit, you know, or they're given too much credit, you know. I'm been sitting here, and the reasons my children have cut me off, one says I was I was being flirtatious with her husband. This is my daughter that I hadn't seen in, I can't even remember how many years, who I love so much, my firstborn. And yeah, maybe I did love her more because I was separated and she was taken from me and just the fucking chaos. But I don't know any 15-year-old that's just gotten out of a mental institution and jail to be hooked up with some guy, some 21-year-old guy. Like, oh my God. Now that I think about it, yeah. And the control, narcissistic control, the whole family. And I must have been shining victim here. Steal all my energy, steal all my power, make me feel small, keep me isolated. Yeah, he's still doing it. I've reached out to him. I haven't heard from my daughter since May 5th. And it's been a very strained relationship over the last few years because I put up a video and she took it as directly associated at her. It wasn't the whole video directed at her, but I thought it was kind of ironic that her boyfriend's parents are from a different country and, I don't fit into their little square box. So I guess I bring shame to their family. And they have my daughter now. And she's been brainwashed into, I believe, just getting me out of her life, I'm connected to my children. I know what's going on. A mother knows what's going on. And I don't know how to fight it because they're adults. They're adults now. They do have their own choices to make, right? So, if you've been listening for this long, know that I appreciate you. And to remember to remind yourself to be gentler, love yourself, love all the things about you, and live your life and be as happy as possible without hurting others. Because hurting others is not a good thing to do. It all comes back. Stop worrying. Stop being self-critical. Obviously, the friendships I thought that were there for me were never really there, and they were only there to keep me feeling like a sack of shit. I don't get that. Do you get that? Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? Like, I don't understand why people treat people that way. If you call yourself a friend, friends call. Friends check up on you too. It's a two-way street. So I get that I was pushed on a lot of people when I was younger. And I'm sorry that it hurt you in any way or bothered you, but I didn't know. My family knows I miss them. Why don't they call? There's got to be more than this life. And they know exactly what they're doing. And that's cruel. Tormenting should be illegal. I don't know what else to say. I'm getting to know myself. I'm getting to believe more in myself. I'd love to be able to trust in another person. The only person I trust right now is God, because He's always there. He's always been there for me. I know I'm protected. This is the only message that I have, is to get right with God, get right with yourselves, treat people how you want to be treated. If you want to be treated like shit, then I guess you're going to be getting treated like shit. But don't allow it to continue. If you feel people are shitting on you, walk away. We don't own another person. I don't own my children. But I thought they had love. They don't have love. Not unconditional love. They have love with conditions. And that's a shitty way to live your life. I got so much shit that I want to say, but none of it's going to be any good. I don't know one person in my family, not one person in my family that actually makes an effort. I get a Christmas card from my Auntie Mary about once every 2 years with a nice little ornament. The gesture is very nice, but it's not needed. I don't need your prayers. I need your passion. I need your love. That's what I need. God's got my back because He saw what you guys did to me. He saw everything. He heard everything. He hears you. I'm tired of being punished, and I'm tired of being kept in a box. And I'm tired of my narcissistic family getting away with all the evil that they have done to me. Because it's evil. Evil people do evil things. So, I sound bitter. You better believe I'm bitter. I'm working on forgiveness. I'm still human, don't forget. I still have feelings, and they know it.